What's up, everybody? We're back with episode 4 of Building LeGrand podcast with my guy Brian Axelrod. Today, we got the holiday spirit. We're going to welcome you guys into obviously our lives, but also want to wish you guys a happy holidays as we continue to build this brand of LeGrand whiskey. We'll talk about some cool stuff that has happened with the brand, as well as the good, the bad, and the ugly side of this liquor business, but also some cool stuff that's happening with me and Rutgers as well in the next few months or so. But we're back with another episode. Brian, excuse my sniffles. It is illegally cold outside right now, and yeah, it's messing with me a little bit. But
Yeah,
we're back.
I got no tissues. I can't help you blow your nose, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
So pardon my sniffles.
That's disgusting. But yeah, what's up? We're what do you want to start with? You want to do a little recap on the Scarlet Knight series, how it's doing, where people can get it, where they can't get it.
Exactly, yeah. So we'll start off like the way when we came out with this bottle on October 1st. It was a big bang for us, and a lot of people came out to support. And as Brian and I always say, we believe that Eric LeGrand Kentucky Straight Bourbon should be in every liquor store and bar and restaurant in the state of New Jersey. Don't understand why it's not, but it's part of the business. And we came out with a nice bang. A lot of people supporting, wanting to try the brand, and obviously the juice is good. So people really have took into it, and we were right in the middle of football season. So we got to see people, drinking it during the tailgates and whatnot. And unfortunately, the season's over now, so there's no more tailgates.
It was cool to see a lot of people embrace it. A lot of people posting about it. It did really well. Well, it's still doing well at better than the team. It's doing well at Jersey Mike's Arena, but at the Provident Bank Club where they're allowed to serve it, they're moving through bottles. People are drinking that Scarlet Knight cocktail they have.
Was it just you talking about the LeGrand Scarlet Knight?
Oh yeah.
It's like a LeGrand sour.
It's LeGrand sour, then with some pomegranate juice, which is amazing. They were crushing it with that. Then they have an old fashioned with 88 proof. So it was cool to see them move through it. But yeah, really it's cool to see it popping up at tailgates. The Rutgers community embracing it. And yeah, it's, we still have a long way to go. We're not in a ton of accounts right now, so we're always getting people, full disclosure, like, where can we get it? We had some guy going, like, I had to go find it in 4 stores.
Yeah.
So, a little peek behind the business is like, we don't sell it to the stores. We have a distributor that is a 3-tier system. So we have it. We have to sell it to a distributor. Then they're the ones that do the delivery and stuff. So if the accounts aren't ordering or the reps aren't doing anything and all that nonsense, it's not showing up everywhere. So there's still a lot of work to do, which is great. There's opportunity for us to put this bottle in a lot more homes. Now for the holidays, just hit up Eric in his DMs, find out where to go to get it, and then he'll tell you where to go.
It's actually kind of crazy. I kind of have like a photographic memory of like all the different spots it's in, and I continue to ask people where they found it. But the one thing that always irks us is when people reach out like, I've been to 4, 5, 6 different places looking for it, and it's not there, because that's the opportunities, obviously, for us to be there, because we know if you bring it in there, people are going to come and buy it. It's not just going to sit on the shelf forever, especially with that block R. And even if they don't know who I am, they'll see the block R and people just purchase it because of that. So when you hear people say,
what's a fun fact? How many alumni there in New Jersey, give or take?
There's 400,000 living alumni in the state of New Jersey.
I mean, come on, like that's we got to do a better job. We got to call it our distributor. They got to do a better job because it's some bullshit. But no, it's we expect this bottle to be everywhere. We know with the Black Label, our 88 proof, we got to grind. Like it's getting people out there, getting the bourbon community behind it, getting it on menus at the restaurants or bars and stuff. But this bottle, it's the State University. It's a big university with an amazing history. Like this bottle should be everywhere.
Literally everywhere. And it's funny because still when you reach out to people, we do our marketing, we do our announcements, and people, take to it if you're following us. But sometimes people have no idea that there's this type of bottle out there. They're like, whoa, I didn't know that you had that. And I'm like, yeah, we're doing as much as we can on our side with the marketing and obviously social media, the podcast and things like that. Sometimes you just need a little bit of help with, the distributors just put it out there, put it in the forefront. I know being a small brand, sometimes you kind of get overlooked, but tell you what, we're small, but we're mighty.
Yeah, for sure. And look, we're not, it's the holiday season, so we're not going to focus on all the negative, but we have to be honest out there. It's building the brand, so we got to give a little peek behind the curtains on the good, the bad, and like you said, the ugly. But I think the unfortunate part is if it was statewide, we're missing out for sure it not being statewide on the holiday gifting season, because people go into the store and they browse. This is more like we've done a ton of tastings throughout the year when we're sitting there and they don't even they're so focused on where they're going,
Yes.
what they're getting. They walk right by you, and I'm like, yo, you didn't even see my man sitting over
The
here.
best is when they're wearing a Rutgers shirt or a Rutgers hat, and they come in head down on the mission. And you walk right past
And
you.
I'm like, yo, he's a
Wait, really? It's funny. People at liquor stores. I'll tell you what. There's some characters. I sent
yeah,
you
for sure.
pictures.
But
That
then
don't even
like
happen.
now, like the holiday season, people are a little more apt to just
Mhm.
look around, see what's different, see what's cool for a gift is away from your name brand product. So we'll get it. We'll be around for a while, so we'll get them next year.
But the positive side to this is, the accountants that did take it in,
Crushing.
the crushed and reordered. Like I'll never forget, Bottle Republic jumped on it from day one out in Somerset, and they were on like 15 cases within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, the ones that have it are doing well. And like, look, we got a big account yesterday. Someone by said, "Oh, I grabbed the last 2 bottles." So that's super saver. So we have where it is, it's going well, and that's a positive. Online, we're doing great. So appreciate all the business of people. Because you got to, unfortunately, with online, there's no way around shipping costs. Like people are like, "Oh, why is shipping so whatever?" It's like you got to pay the services just to get that signature. So we're not putting this in the product and anyone that's under 21. So that's why the shipping cost is so high. But we have a ton of online business, so we appreciate that for all those, even in state and outside.
That's why I think that's where it comes to sometimes, because we're sitting there when people buy in the state of New Jersey, when they can go to,
might not be able to find it. Yeah,
they're not able to find it, or like I said, the convenience of it just coming to their front door, which we do appreciate. So them paying the shipping cost and getting this bottle because they don't have to, but they want to support, and to see even some people shipping it as gifts throughout the country. Someone from New Jersey shipping it to Florida. Someone who lives in Illinois shipping
it's
it to
awesome.
Georgia.
It's really cool to see.
That stuff is awesome. That stuff really jazzes me up and gets me fired up for it, because they're thinking of us to share a gift with somebody. And there's, besides the Rutgers alumni here in New Jersey, we're all throughout the country. So when they're buying that bottle, it's for somebody who's a
for sure. And that's where the frustration comes, because it's doing so well everywhere. It's like, hey, just put it in more places and it's going to do well. But we'll get there. This business is an interesting one. It's a grind. You're now an expert. You've been doing this for a couple of years now. You know all of the ins and outs. So it's still fun. We have tastings coming up. We have we have big plans for 26. But overall, this brand, it's been well received. It's been a huge success, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, and we're excited obviously because you still have time to go out there and get a bottle before Christmas is here, and be able to either have some on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or if you want to gift it to somebody, I think it's been a great gift and opportunity, and just something that's a conversation starter. That's what bourbon is. You pour it over a glass or neat on the rocks in a cocktail, you have a conversation, make memories, and that's what we're trying to do with this brand.
For sure. And I think even like for New Year's, like you don't want to be like, all right, champagne, please. You really want to drink champagne?
Yeah, I know.
Start your year off with a nice little sip of bourbon, and you'll be off to a good start. So
tell you what, you're going to sleep good too that night after you drink.
Yeah, it's less of a hangover. Champagne gives you a nasty, wicked hangover. You don't want that shit.
As we get older, especially let's just call it spade a spade. Our demographic is definitely 35 and above, so you don't want that champagne headache. That
stuff is brutal. So so the good thing going on here, the core brand's doing well, business is good. Super excited for the holidays, and there's a lot of good things for us coming up in 26. We have already plans for another online release, which we're working on. Probably be maybe the second quarter of the year, maybe toward the tail end of the first. So that'll be fun. We'll do that again. This product will be out and about. The 88 proof will be cranking. So we have a lot of good stuff coming up for next year for sure.
I'm excited for that online release. I think it's going to get a lot of buzz. Because it's the 7-year 135 proof that we just did, and then obviously the barrel picks that we did this past year. People are really taken to them, and they said, "Wow, these guys are up there." But
look, let's see who the hell listens to this damn thing. It might be just your mom out there, and my mom. I don't even know if my mom listens. To be honest, she probably don't know where to find it. Your mom might listen, but we bought 2 barrels that are now 9 years old. That'll be how we proof it. It'll be our secret, but that'll be our next online release. So if you're listening to this, we'll know, because you'll come up to talk about that 9 years.
We got a few people other than our moms listening to this.
Some dude stopped me the other day. He's like, "Hey," when we were at the tailgate, he stopped me. He's like, "Hey, I love listening to your podcast." And I always get surprised. I'm like, "Wait, you listen to the damn podcast?" I'm like, all right, we got one.
People follow. I'll tell you what, there's some loyal customers.
It is funny though when
like Facebook.
I'll go on YouTube and I'll start scrolling for my food guy. And then I'll see your mug within the shorts, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's so weird. But I guess I'm the one watching it. It's recommending it, but
It's
still weird to me.
It's so funny though, because literally we notice when we post like the flyers about what locations we're gonna be doing tastings at and whatnot, and people come in, oh, I saw your flyer on LinkedIn or I saw it on Facebook. We're like, I guess people are paying attention to what we're doing.
It works. So we're going to continue to do that. So if you're annoyed by our posting, too bad. We're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, always posting, always represent, but it's always just what it's about, because the people that just come out to the different tastings, I put up in a post I think a few weeks ago about just the appreciation it, because we've been doing this now for 3 years almost, and
Crazy.
people continue to come out, show love, support. They bring their kids for me to meet. I'm signing stuff.
Some dude brought a hard hat or something. You signed
a hard hat. I had to sign it, and then they went and won their first game. I think it was Hazlitt middle school basketball.
Shout out to Hazlitt. Yeah, they're not ready to drink. The coach can drink.
The coach can drink, but I signed a hard hat for them. I took a picture with his daughter. Him and his 2 daughters wrote me a nice message.
That was pretty cool. That was awesome.
That was awesome. It's like, that's what it's all about, just being able to be out in the community. And obviously we're talking and selling bourbon as a business, but the fellowship around the community is what it's all about. And my special announcement is, but coming up again with Rutgers, is Distinguished Hall of Fame.
I was about to say, you stole my thunder. I was saying it's a good segue to like what you have going on with the community giving back. But yeah, you're entering another Hall of Fame. You're in the how many Hall of Fames are you in? You're in the WWE Hall of Fame.
WWE Hall of Fame. And I know that obviously the Athletic Rutgers Hall of Fame, Rutgers for Athletics Hall of Fame, but Distinguished Alumni. Now that's
a big one. How many Hall of Fames does Rutgers have? We got more that you can go?
Whatever they want to put me in, throw me in there. But me being in the Distinguished Hall of Fame, I think there's only like 200 members in that.
That's pretty badass. That's pretty cool.
What
took them so long?
Well, first off, I didn't even know I was going to be.
So for the last 15 years, you weren't distinguished? Like what?
I guess again,
you got to work for
that. I had to get a few gray hairs before I got distinguished.
Yeah. They ain't putting your 20-year-old ass in it.
I feel a little bit stressed before I get in there. But no, it's an awesome honor. And when they reached out to me, I'm going to do a whole video segment around it where you'll be seeing the bourbon highlighted, just my life, my businesses, what it's like, and just to be a part of that. With obviously, like I said, there's so many alumni from Rutgers University throughout the years. It's one of the oldest colleges in America. So to have me in there with only 200 plus people, it's pretty insane.
Congrats, man. That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
We'll be pouring up the bourbon that night. It's at the Chateau Grand in East Brunswick, David Burke's spot, and that bourbon will be flowing. That
I love it. So all right. So another Hall of Fame added to the list. It keeps on growing.
Keeps on growing, and this is what it's about. We're growing in business, having fun with it. Through the ups and the downs, but we're still here making noises, and that Rutgers ball is still so damn pretty.
No, I love it.
It's still so damn pretty.
So speaking of Hall of Fame, you're in the WWE Hall of Fame. Thoughts on John Cena's last match?
So this has been a very controversial topic, which I wasn't aware about until the past few days, because I've been looking online, and the whole thing with John Cena was he never gave up. I know he never tapped out. We had this conversation on the way up to Top's Diner the other day, and I was like,
shout out Top's Diner,
Top's Diner with the new cocktail.
Fed you well the other day.
Yeah, I got to tell that story after this, but yeah. So we're on our way up to Top's Diner. We're talking about the whole John Cena match, and we're just like, what is like why did they script it like that? And I said, I guess they scripted to be like, okay, I'm passing the torch over now. This is my first time ever tapping out, but also you get it, his whole premise and his whole character was
never give up,
never tap out. So why have him go out like that and like end into an era like that? So I see both sides of it, but at the end of the day, you kind of want him to go out with a cheer, not with a shock. But that's what the WWE does. It's just they do things that make you happy, and then they do things that will piss you the hell off.
Yeah, for sure.
You're still gonna follow.
My take is that listen, like everyone's like, oh, you got to surprise the audience. Him winning would have been a surprise. If you look at all the online talk leading up to the match, everyone's like, he's gonna lose. It's how wrestling operates and all that stuff. They didn't think he was gonna lose, kind of like that. Like that silly tap with him smiling and rubbing his arm. It's corny shit. It's stupid. It's like like you're gonna put him over. That dude Gunther was going over no matter what. So. You didn't need to do it. You can't send John Cena out with like 20-something years of never giving up, and then the dude gives up. It's stupid.
I still will never, ever not love watching the reactions of the faces in the crowd, though. That's the problem. Is like the WWE, they'll think that they got over because like, oh, we got that reaction, but you would have got a bigger pop if he won. So like.
what's the difference? You just want
still
people make mad, or you want to give them what they want?
both. They want to do both.
So give people the biggest, the pop that would have happened if he would have won.
I know. I'm all about the pops too.
So like stop, like enough with the 1970 way of thinking, because they don't do it. They pick and choose when they want to do it. I don't want to shit on the WWE because you're in the Hall of Fame, but this is what they want. They want discussion.
This is what they want. Exactly.
We're talking about on the
good, bad, or ugly. They wanted us to talk about it. And as you can see, Brian is very passionate about how he went out.
Well, I grew up on wrestling, then I stopped watching wrestling, and then I'm like, okay, it's Saturday, and I got nothing to do. I want to have Peacock, so let's give it a go. Trying to watch it, get my wife into wrestling. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Why are we watching wrestling right now? I haven't watched wrestling in years. But like that's the perfect thing of like if the WWE can either bring me back in or they can push me further away. And they push me away, I'm back out. So now it didn't work.
You're back out to the next big moment.
Unless they want to invite you and I to WrestleMania front row or whatever, then we're back in. I'm in. You hear that, WWE? We're in.
Put me through a table. You can me up there. I'll let somebody put me through a table. But let's go back to this discussion for top Steiners. So I gotta bring us back to this. So to bring it in. Top Steiner, one of the best Steiners in the entire country. Top, I think, in New Jersey. Obviously, it's a huge spot. It's been around since 1947 in East Newark. I've never been there before. Brian's been there quite a few times. And
I didn't know their established date, but okay.
Yeah. So they invited us up there for lunch with our boy Marshall and went on some projects that we're working on. And Brian tells me, he goes, says, E, be prepared. It's going to be a little crazy. So I'm just like, what does crazy mean? He goes, it's hard to explain. Just a little bit crazy. I'm like, all right. So we get there, we roll in there, we get set up at the table. It's Brian, Marshall, and I were just talking. The waitress come by asking us for drinks, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, Jimmy, the owner, comes out, introduces himself. They know him. I didn't.
High energy.
Next thing you know, he goes, bring out the Pappy 10. I'm like, whoa. It's Monday, 1 o'clock. Like, what are we doing? And he brought out the Pappy. So he got to drink the Pappy. The next thing you know, we gift him the Rutgers bottle. Now we're giving him the Rutgers bottle. Next thing you know, calls the bar manager over, fire up 4 rounds of cocktails. We got a maple bourbon old fashioned and a paper plane. So now we're drinking this. Brian brings out one of his tequilas, Wild Comment. A round of tequila. I'm like,
yeah, we have glasses over the table.
All over the
server has no idea what's going
on. There's Pappy on the table. There's LeGrand, Kentucky Straight Bourbon on the table. There's Wild Comment on the table. I'm just like, it's Monday at 1:15. And then next, what do you want to eat? And then we start with the appetizers, then the entrees, then we get to dessert. I done had 4 cocktails, and then I had obviously the neat, drinking the Pappy neat. Then I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can't eat another. I had the burger, I had the fries, had the spinach orange dip, had the firecracker shrimp, 4 rounds of dessert. I'm like, this guy is gonna. I'm already rolled in here. I'm literally rolling.
Yeah. There's a good picture of you that you haven't shared of outside the diner, whatever. And Eric's like, "Yo, man, that's a full belly."
My eyes are like closing. You like take a picture in front of her. I'm like, she's like a little kid. It was rough. I'll tell you what. Jimmy and the family, they showed a lot of love.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnny showed a ton of love. That's his brother's Johnny, but
they're Greek, right? I think they're Greek.
They look Greek. Yeah, they sound Greek. Yeah, it's not.
I think Greek diners. Yeah, you guys are doing your thing.
That's prejudice or something like
Greek diners. Greek diners are legit. Are you kidding me?
I know, but you're assuming they're in a diner and they're Greek. But whatever.
Because they would have told me they were Italian. Because when they were Malcolm doing the Italian voices, remember they're the Italian stories. So I think that's why I said that they're Greek.
But anyway, their food is insane. But they have DJs on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like the play, I think, or it might be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. They have a DJ there on the weekend. The place is jumping. Like you can't get can't get in on the weekend. You need a reservation.
The parking lot was packed.
Yeah, we were there at 1 o'clock on a Monday. It was slammed. But go there on the weekend, you can't get near the place. Like it's nuts.
I posted it on my Instagram story. I had people reaching out. That place is the best. I've been going there for years.
Yeah, but the food's legit. Drinks, cocktails are great. So unbelievably run one of the best run restaurants I've ever seen. I've been into a lot. I've actually had the privilege of touring their kitchen. It's immaculate, like a machine. It's just different stations. It's a machine back there. It's unreal.
A diner that's not open 24/7. I think they're 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah,
that has over 200 staff members.
Crazy.
That's when you know you got something good going on.
Yeah, and they're efficient with their tickets. You don't wait that long for the food.
7-minute tickets.
Yeah, it's nuts. But food is phenomenal. I know what did Mom think? Mom have some leftovers?
She did. She did.
Yeah, she had my leftovers? Yeah.
Crushed it that night, because I couldn't finish all of that food. But she crushed it that night. And now when you go there, guess what? you can order the maple bourbon old fashioned, which is called
with
on
this
the
product
menu
right there.
the
Yeah.
LeGrand old fashioned. So make sure you order that next time you go to Top Steiner. Check them out. And John and Jimmy, much love to you guys.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, listen, we've received so like
Mm,
to wrap this up was like it's been a good year for the brand. We're up. That's always good.
yeah,
When you're in business, if you're up over last year, that's a success.
mhm,
Like we always want more, but that's what we strive for. Then we look at 2026. But overall,
mhm,
I'll let you do a bigger recap. But we've had a lot of like great people come out of the woodwork, people that we know, people that you
mhm,
met like on DM, and the next thing within like 2 sentences, like yeah, we're throwing you on the list, and now
mhm.
we're dealing with them, and they become family and friends. So we've had some unbelievable support throughout the year, and it's been an awesome one, and really, really excited for what we got coming up in 26.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I'll let you close this thing.
It's been a great 2025 for the brand. Seen expansion of our line with barrel picks, with our obviously our own SKUs, and doing little online drops, which has been incredible to see. With more to come, like you said, more people continuing to support us, people that we had no idea we never thought we would meet in 2025. That we're now friends and family, and to see the brand continue to grow, people enjoying it, people gifting it, and now
It's
everywhere we go
awesome.
talking
Like
about it. That's what it's about.
seeing people post about it, share it. Like you send me every time someone
Oh,
sends you something, you screenshot it and send it to me, and it's like never gets old.
hmm
It's really cool to see like whether it's someone drinking it for the first time, or we have some people have like some crazy collections, almost to the point of like, oh shit, we've done a lot.
a lot. When you see the whole lineup
Yeah, it's
of stuff,
crazy.
and we have legit, especially our friends and investors, they yell at me if I don't. They don't understand sometimes. I guess how many barrel picks that we've done or stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, that bottle's in there. They're like, why don't I know about it? I'm like, come on, bro. Like, it's a barrel pick. I mentioned it, but
Yeah,
it's not my job to sell that barrel pick. It's the store. I'm like, well, I got to go get that bottle now. I'm like, do you literally need every? Yes, I need every single bottle. I'm like, okay, then if you want to do that, I'll let you know every time we do it, so you can get every single bottle.
yeah, no, it's been awesome. Shout out to our guy Jared over here behind the camera. He's been awesome.
Yeah,
He also works with you on your other podcast. So
Jared behind the lens over there to getting this all done. So just overall thankful for this opportunity. Thankful for you. Thank you for the brand and all of our supporters. And we're continuing to grow this thing and make it special. So make sure when you're going out, if you're diving into some limitations, enjoy some Eric LeGrand Kentucky Straight Bourbon. I promise you, we won't steer you the wrong way. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and much love to you all. And cheers.